Good morning. You listen to FloorDaily.net, and I'm Kemp Harr. This morning, my guest from Hanover, Germany is Susanne Klaproth, the show director for Domotex. Susanne, how you doing?
I'm fine. Hello, Kemp. How are you?
I'm great. I wanted to talk to you this morning about the Domotex show. Looks like we're about 6 weeks away, January the 16th to the 19th. Most people know the Domotex show is the global flooring show. It's the largest flooring show that covers the general categories like carpet, LVT, hardwood. It's every category except ceramic tile, right?
Yes, exactly.
I just booked my ticket yesterday. This is the 10th time I've gone. I find value in this every year. The reason that this show is so important is because there's no other single place that you can go to and see all of the innovation that's kind of on the leading edge of what we may see here in this country a year or so later. Susanne, why don't you tell us, I think your exhibitor bookings are up this year, right?
Yes, we're looking forward to a very strong and attractive show. In total, we expect about 1,400 exhibitors from more than 60 countries, and about 86% of all of them are coming from outside Germany. So we're very happy to have this wide range of different exhibitors showing, you've mentioned it, all the different kinds of products. And also we're looking forward to see a lot of complete new innovative products which will be presented here for the very first time.
Did you say 1,400 exhibitors? That's up about 50 from last year. And some companies that from the U.S. that are finding value and going are U.S. Floors going, Mohawk's going in a co-located booth, Maslin, which is a part of Dixie, and Mannington Mill. So those are just a few of the bigger companies. Also, continuing this year, we'll have the pavilions. There's the NWFA Pavilion, the Hardwood Pavilion, and there's the AFA Pavilion, which is a mix of manufacturers, fiber companies, and some finished good companies focused on hospitality. So they're going to be there. This 12 halls. This is a massive show. Each one of these halls are bigger than a typical Walmart here in the United States. The square footage devoted to the show is about the same this coming up year, right?
I think we are very proud that we are even slightly larger than the years before. So this shows how the industry really appreciates to show at Domotex. So we have a small increase in number of exhibitors, but also in terms of space. So we have in total, we are talking about square meters here in Germany. We have more than 90,000 square meter net for the next show, rented to all the companies.
And, you know, the Domotex show every other year has a little bit of competition in Germany from the Bau show. So this year there will be no Bau show, so the crowd will be bigger than last year, right?
You're completely right. So we expect about 45,000 visitors, trade professionals from all over the world. About 60% usually come from outside Germany. And these are all the big players, the really decision makers, the buyers from the really important retailers, wholesalers. And we got also a lot, you've mentioned you just bought your tickets, so we also got some very interesting information that also a lot of buyers from the U.S. will come to see the show next year.
I've got to tell you, a lot of these buyers want to be anonymous. They've asked me not to say their names, but I will tell you that most of the big buyers that are, buying any quantity of product from the buying groups, from the home centers, from the category killers, they all come to this show because this is the one place where you can meet the world. You'll see people from Africa, from Russia, from the Americas, China. They all come to this show.
So we're very proud to host such a show here in Hanover every year at the beginning of January. And I think people will see it's worth doing the trip. It's a long trip coming from the U.S., but I think they will see that's worth coming to the show because it's a unique opportunity.
And those that are considering to go, let me tell you about the language. Obviously, they speak German, but just almost everyone at the show speaks English. Suzanne, another dimension of the show that's very interesting are the guided tours that you give. Tell our audience a little bit about that.
Yes, we started 2 years ago to offer guided tours for all our visitors to bring them to the very interesting products which were selected by the Innovations at Domotex concepts, and bring them might be that we can establish contact to companies they haven't known before. So on one hand, the visitor gets a guided tour organized by us, bringing him to very interesting companies. On the other hand, the exhibitors have the chance to meet also new clients, new customers, and to present their latest collections of their innovative products.
We ran the news yesterday that you had just announced the Innovations at Domotex contest. 60 different products were selected. And let me point out that some in this country might know about. IVC won an award. Aspecta, which is a Metroflor brand, won an award. BOU International, which is here in the U.S. under Beauflor, won an award. Mannington Mills won an award, and Mapei won an award. So, and that's just 4 or 5 of the 60. One of the neat things about this is not the show picking products from some of their best exhibitors. This is a jury of 6 or 8 different designers that are picking the products they think are the most innovative, right?
Exactly. That's very important for us because we are, as a trade show organizer, we are not the experts in flooring. So we invite, on one hand, all our customers to give us the information about their latest products they would like to show at Domotex. And then the jury has a very close look on the different product types. They have a look on textile flooring, resilient flooring, including LVT, parquet, laminate, but also accessories. And they select what they say which is new or which is very important for all the visitors. And during the show, we will present these selected products in special areas within the exhibition halls. And also we will publish a small guide to promote the latest trends and the latest products from our exhibitors.
Mm-hmm. Now, another thing I want to point out is that this show is not just a residentially focused show. This has a lot of participation on the commercial side. As a matter of fact, you have 2 rather famous interior designers who are going to be speaking. One of them is a Milan designer. What's his name?
It is Piero Lisoni. He's based in Milano, and especially in Europe, he's very famous for all the products he has developed for Alessi, but also for very important furniture companies like Capellini, Fritz Hansen, Cartel, and so on. And it's very interesting for us to see that these personalities, they are very interested in carpets and floor coverings, and they like to come to the show to share their ideas, their latest products, and also to discuss about the relevance of carpets in general, because they say that flooring is very important for them, and that there's still some need to learn a little bit more about the different kinds of flooring.
And many of the fashions that we see here in the United States originate in Europe, actually in Italy. And so It's interesting to have that speaker on Sunday. You have several other great speakers as well, right?
Yes, we have another one from Austria. It's Wolf Trix. His office is called Coop Himmelblau, and he is a very famous architect, building new buildings all around the world. Maybe you have heard of it. One of his latest projects was here in Frankfurt, in Germany. This was the headquarters of the Central European Bank, which is a very interesting building. We love to have him with us because he would like to share some of his ideas, his philosophy of this kind of architecture. And he also selected some very interesting flooring products for the interior of this bank. And it will be very exciting to listen to him.
Mm-hmm. Okay. People who are listening to this that are more interested about the dates, about specifics, you have a great website that's multi-language. You just click in the upper right corner what language you want to see, and it's domotex.de. Okay, Susanne, it's great to talk to you. Look forward to being with you in January. Again, the Domotex Germany show in Hanover, January 16th to the 19th. We've been talking to Susanne Klaproth, who's the show director, has been for the last 21 years, and you've been listening to Kemp Harr on FloorDaily.net.